If you're still running a single-lens dash cam, you're gambling with your insurance money. One hit and run, a brake check, or a parking lot tap from behind and you've got nothing. A real dual channel fixes that. Plates up front, the truth out back, clean in rain and at night, and parking mode receipts while you're away. So, in this video, we'll show you 10 best dual-channel dash cams, from affordable options to high-end picks, so you can decide what fits your car and your budget. We'll put the updated price and purchase links down in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. Sticking to a budget usually means giving up on some nice features, especially when it comes to dash cams. But the Torvo TD3 manages to bring a lot of the good stuff on a budget. Up front, it records in crisp 4K, and the rear cam covers in clean 1080p. For around $100, that's already a solid deal. Add the wide 170-degree front with 150-degree rear lens, and you've got most blind spots covered while still catching small details both in daylight and at night. A lot of cheaper dash cams give up in the summer heat, but this one uses a super capacitor instead of a regular battery. So, no overheating or sudden failures when the sun's blazing. It also comes with built-in GPS that logs your speed and location right onto the video. Now, the TD3 isn't just about recording. It's got a 3.2-inch IPS display and even 5 gigs of Wi-Fi, which makes the experience smoother. The standout here, though, has to be the Starlight night vision system with an f2.0 aperture. It's actually good at balancing tough lighting situations. Now, if you look at the rest of the dash cams on this list, you'll see a lot more advanced features, but most of those come with a premium price tag. Of course, you can go for one of those if budget isn't a concern. But the Torvo TD3 really stands out as the option that gives you the core premium features, GPS included, while keeping the price reasonable. If you care a lot about video quality, especially in tricky lighting, then the VIOFO A229 Pro is worth a close look. This one uses Sony's new Starvis 2 sensors, IMX678 in the front and IMX675 in the rear. That setup is a real step up when it comes to pulling clear details in low light, which means license plates and road signs stay sharp even when the lighting isn't great. The front records in 4K and the rear handles 2K, so you're covered from both ends with excellent clarity. HDR kicks in to balance things out when you've got bright headlights, shadows, or glare messing up the picture. Drivers say the color accuracy is spot on, and noise in the darker shots is way less compared to older tech. If you drive a lot at night or during sunrise and sunset, that's where this really shines. You get fast 5 gig Wi-Fi to transfer footage, and there's also an option to add a third camera for monitoring the inside of the car. Other dash cams on the list may feel simpler to install, but the A229 Pro is about video performance first. So if you're after footage quality that actually rivals pro-level cameras, this one stands out. Parking lots are risky. Scratches, bumps, and even vandalism happen more than we'd like. The Thinkware U3000 was built with that in mind. Instead of just relying on a camera to catch something after it happens, this dash cam uses radar to keep watch in real time. What's smart here is that it has dual radars for both the front and rear, so the car is fully covered without needing any extra modules. It doesn't eat up your battery the way traditional parking mode systems do. The radar is low power, so your car can stay protected for days. The front camera records in sharp 4K with Sony Starvis 2, and the rear gives you 2K, so both ends are covered with clear video. Plus, Thinkware's Super Night Vision 4 makes night parking footage look a lot better. Through the app, you can even check live footage or get notified instantly if something happens while you're away. Drivers also like the added safety features such as collision warnings and lane departure alerts, though some say they can be too sensitive in heavy traffic. Well, it's in the premium price range, around $550. But if you want 24/7 parking protection without draining your battery, the U3000 is easily one of the most reliable picks. Now, if you travel a lot or manage more than one car, you probably need eyes on your vehicle no matter where you are. That's where the BlackVue DR970X Plus comes in. It's designed for people who want strong cloud features. You can connect it over LTE, which means live streaming and remote access from anywhere, without depending on a Wi-Fi hotspot. The camera itself is top-notch too. The front unit uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, giving you crisp 4K footage with great handling of reflections and glare. It uses H.265 compression, so even with 4K recording, the file sizes don't get unmanageable. Another neat touch is the 10-second event buffer, so when something happens, you don't just see the moment. It also captures what led up to it. On top of that, you can manage multiple cameras under one cloud account, and firmware updates happen automatically. Drivers say the setup looks clean and discreet since the camera tucks right behind the rearview mirror. The only downside is the cost. Cloud features need a subscription, plus the device itself is premium priced, around $482. Still, if remote access and always knowing what's happening with your vehicle matter to you, the DR970X Plus is one of the great cloud-connected options you can get. Going through tunnels or driving in mixed lighting can be a real challenge for dashcams. Footage often turns either too dark or too bright. 70mi's A810 tackles this with full HDR recording. It's powered by the Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, paired with 70mi's Night Owl Vision algorithm, which is designed to pull off more detail in low light while controlling glare. Drivers say the video looks sharp day and night, and license plates stay readable even when moving from shadows to direct sunlight. The brand's MyColor Vivid Plus processing also makes the footage look more natural, not overblown like some cameras. If you want smooth clips, you can switch it to 1080p at 60 FPS, which is great for fast-moving traffic. There's an option to add 4G LTE for remote monitoring, and the AI motion detection helps the camera know when something suspicious is happening while parked. The wide 150-degree lens covers a lot of ground. Setup is simple, but if you want continuous parking mode, you'll need the hardwire kit, which costs extra. Still, with features like time-lapse parking recording to save space and a really capable HDR system, this one feels like a solid pick for anyone who drives through changing light conditions regularly. Well, some drivers don't just want a basic dash cam, they want a device packed with features. The Nextbase 622GW is exactly that, with almost everything you could ask for. It records in 4K at 30 frames per second, but it also has a 120 frames per second mode in 1080p, which is perfect for slow-motion playback. It comes with Amazon Alexa built in, so you can give voice commands. Emergency SOS is another standout. It automatically calls for help with your exact location if you're in a crash and unable to respond. Video quality holds up well in tricky weather too, thanks to digital image stabilization and an extreme weather mode that cuts through mist and fog. There's also a polarizing filter that reduces glare from the windshield. You don't need a phone to control it either. The 3-inch touchscreen makes things pretty simple, though some drivers say the touch sensitivity could be smoother. It's definitely on the larger side compared to more discreet dash cams, and the price is premium. But if you want one of the most feature-loaded options with strong expandability through extra cameras, the Nextbase 622GW checks a lot of boxes. Not every car comes with advanced driver assistance, but the Vantrue S1 Pro Max brings a lot of those features into a single dash cam. Along with recording, it actually keeps an eye on your safety with forward collision warnings, lane departure alerts, and even pedestrian detection. The dual cameras both use Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensors, so you get 4K video front and back with sharp detail. A big highlight is the PlatePix technology, which helps lock in license plates clearly, even if the car is moving fast or the light isn't great. It also includes blind spot detection and a rear collision warning system that alerts you if someone's speeding up behind you. Inside, the AI-driven driver monitoring can detect signs of fatigue or distraction and give you an audio nudge, which is pretty useful for long drives. The rear camera is IP67 waterproof, so it's a good pick for trucks or vehicles that need the rear unit mounted outside. Plus, it records with a 15-second buffer when motion is detected, so you see what happened before an incident. Some drivers do say the alerts can feel too sensitive in busy traffic, but you can adjust the settings. So the S1 Pro Max can be a good pick as it stands out for combining sharp recording with a smart safety system. If you want court-quality, plate-readable 2K on both ends day and night, BlackVue Elite 8 is it. Up front, you're getting 2K resolution at 30 frames per second on a 5-megapixel Sony Starvis 2 behind a 7-layer lens. And it's the first BlackVue to offer a true 2K rear without any upscaling. Both sensors are tuned with dual HDR, so sunlight, tunnels, and low light keep contrast clean and letters legible. Advanced night clarity locks in those tough shots where most cams smear. For parked coverage, a power-saving mode stretches surveillance, while buffered motion capture saves 1-minute clips with a 10-second pre-incident lead. There's also a time-lapse that condenses 30 minutes to 1. Built-in GPS and a G-sensor log position, speed, impacts, hard braking, sharp turns, speeding, and parking hits. And it auto-protects the latest 50 event clips from overwrite. You get 5 GHz Wi-Fi for the app, optional LTE via USB for BlackVue Cloud with remote alerts and live view, and simple one-button power. Recordings live on BlackVue memory cards from 64 gigs up to 1 terabyte with loop recording, and you can bulk pull files using the included microSD to USB adapter. No screen. Playback is through direct Wi-Fi and the free app. Audio records by default and can be toggled. Have a look at the VIOFO A229 which is built for tougher conditions. Its rear camera is waterproof and even has a hydrophobic coating, so rain won't blur the footage. That makes it ideal for people who drive in heavy rain, dusty areas, or work environments that usually damage regular gear. The front camera records in 4K at 60 frames per second using the Sony Starvis 2 sensor, while the rear gives you 2K resolution with the IMX675. Together, they produce sharp, smooth recordings. Users like that, it comes with flexible cable options, up to 15 meters, so you can place the rear camera wherever it fits best, even on larger vehicles. Wi-Fi 6 makes transfers much faster than older setups, so a 1-minute 4K clip can move in under 10 seconds. Instead of relying on SD cards, it even supports SSD storage, which is way more reliable for demanding use. Parking modes are advanced too, giving strong coverage without draining the car battery. Setup does take longer because of the cables, and the waterproof rear adds to the cost. But if you want a dash cam that can handle extreme conditions and still deliver reliable footage, the A329 is the durable picks out there. Alright, most dual dash cams save the best quality for the front and downgrade the rear, but the Miofive S1 Ultra doesn't cut corners. Both the front and rear record in full 4K, giving you 4 times more detail than standard full HD systems. The front camera has a 140-degree field of view, and the rear covers 112 degrees, so together you get thorough coverage. Drivers like the low-light performance too. With an f1.8 aperture in the front and f2.0 in the rear, the cameras capture more light, keeping nighttime footage bright and usable. Built-in GPS logs your routes and speed, while 5 gig Wi-Fi makes transferring clips quick and easy. The power system relies on a supercapacitor, so it won't fail in hot summers or freezing winters. You can view footage right away on the 3-inch LCD without needing a phone app. Since it's recording in 4K on both ends, file sizes are big, but it supports up to 1 terabyte micro SD cards. So, for drivers who want professional quality footage at an accessible price, the S1 Ultra is a solid pick. So that wraps up our video on the 10 best dual-channel dash cams, from budget-friendly picks to premium front and rear setups. Which one stood out to you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your pick. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more videos like this.